Welcome back to the 1 Minute Fluent English Podcast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sarah. Hey, Jake, have you ever walked out of your house, gotten halfway to work, and then had that sudden, cold feeling of panic?
Let me guess, the "did I lock the front door" feeling? I know it all too well. It's the worst. You start replaying your morning routine in your head like a detective.
Exactly. And you can never be 100% sure. Your memory gets all fuzzy. Do you go back and risk being late for work? Or do you just cross your fingers and hope for the best all day?
The struggle is real. Last week, I was so worried I left the coffee maker on. I imagined my kitchen burning down all day. Of course, it was off when I got home.
Well, our story today is about someone in that exact situation. It's a super relatable story about anxiety, doubt, and a sticky note.
A sticky note? Now I'm interested. Let's get into it.
On the subway to work this morning, a thought suddenly crossed my mind. Did I lock the front door? I tried to remember leaving my apartment, but the memory was a blur. I thought, better safe than sorry, and almost got off at the next stop to go back. But last month, I did that and found the door securely locked. I went back for nothing. Today, I also wasn't sure if I had turned off the gas valve. That little worry really weighed on my mind all day at my desk. I couldn't focus on my work. Finally, after a long day, I rushed home. I put my key in the lock, and it was locked. I checked the gas valve, and it was off. I could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now, I'm making it a point to leave a note on my front door. Check gas, lock door.
First up, we have crossed my mind. In the story, the main character says, "A thought suddenly crossed my mind." This is a great way to say that you suddenly thought of something. It wasn't a deep, long thought. It just appeared in your head like a car quickly crossing the street.
Right. It's often used for ideas or worries that pop up unexpectedly. You could say, "It never crossed my mind that the store would be closed on a Monday." It means you didn't even think about that possibility.
Exactly. It's not like you were actively trying to think about it. The thought just visited your mind for a moment. So if you suddenly remember it's your friend's birthday, you can say, "Oh, it just crossed my mind that it's Maria's birthday today."
A perfect and very common example. Now, let's try it out in some short dialogues.
Why are you buying so much bread?
It just crossed my mind that we have guests coming this weekend.
Did you remember to call your mom?
No, with all this work, it never even crossed my mind. Our next phrase is a very wise one. Better safe than sorry. The character thinks this when she considers going home to check the lock. It means it's smarter to take a precaution, even if it seems unnecessary, than to risk something bad happening.
This is the official motto of people who carry huge umbrellas when there's only one cloud in the sky. They think it's better to be prepared for rain than to get wet and feel sorry about it later.
Exactly. You use it to explain why you're being extra careful. For example, "I'm going to double check my alarm clock is set." Better safe than sorry. You'd rather spend a few seconds checking than risk oversleeping.
It's a fantastic phrase for everyday life. It's all about preventing future problems. Now, let's practice with a couple of dialogues.
Are you really going to bring a jacket? It's so sunny.
The weather can change. Better safe than sorry.
Why did you write down the address? It's in your phone's map.
I know, but what if my phone dies? Better safe than sorry.
Next we have for nothing. The story says, "I went back for nothing." This phrase means you did something, but it had no effect or result. It was a waste of time or effort.
It's a slightly sad phrase, isn't it? It has that feeling of disappointment. For example, I studied all night for the test, but the teacher postponed it. I did all that work for nothing.
Exactly. All that effort and zero result. The character in our story felt this way because she made the trip home, but the door was already locked. Her action was completely unnecessary. You could also say, I waited for the bus for 30 minutes, but it never came. I waited for nothing.
It's a simple but very useful expression to show that your efforts were wasted. Let's practice using it.
Did you find your lost keys?
Yes, they were in my other pocket. I searched the whole house for nothing.
I ran to the store before it closed.
Oh no, I already bought milk this morning. You ran there for nothing.
Let's look at weighed on my mind. In the story, the worry about the gas valve really weighed on my mind all day. This means a problem or worry was making you feel anxious and think about it a lot.
It's a very descriptive phrase. You can almost feel the weight, right? Like you're carrying a heavy backpack full of worries. It's not just a small thought. It's a heavy, persistent one that you can't stop thinking about.
Exactly. You could say, my argument with my friend weighed on my mind all weekend. It bothered you and you couldn't relax. It's a step above just thinking about something. It implies a negative, heavy feeling.
Right. It's a burden. It really captures that feeling of being mentally stuck on a problem. Okay, let's practice with some dialogues.
You look tired today. Is everything okay?
I have a big presentation tomorrow, and it weighed on my mind all night.
Did you decide which university to go to?
Not yet. It's a big decision, and it has been weighing on my mind.
Now for a much happier expression, breathe a sigh of relief. At the end of the story, when the character finds everything is okay, she could finally breathe a sigh of relief. This means to suddenly feel very happy and relaxed because something bad did not happen.
It's the feeling itself, when you let out a long breath because the stress is gone. For example, when you think you've lost your wallet, but then you find it in your bag, you breathe a sigh of relief.
Yes, that's the perfect moment for it. The tension just disappears. You could say, I breathed a sigh of relief when the doctor said it was just a common cold. The worry is over, and you can finally relax.
It's a wonderful phrase that everyone can understand. Let's try it out.
I finished my last exam today.
Wow, you must have breathed a sigh of relief.
The boss loved our project.
Oh, thank goodness. I can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
And our final expression is making it a point to do something. In the story, she is making it a point to leave a note. This means you are making a special, conscious effort to do something because you think it's important.
That's right. It's stronger than just I will try. It means you have a real intention. For example, I'm making it a point to drink more water every day. This isn't just a hope, it's a plan you're actively following.
Exactly. It shows you've made a decision to change your behavior. You could tell a friend, wow, you seem less stressed. And they might reply, thanks, I'm making it a point to meditate for 10 minutes every morning.
It's a great phrase for talking about new habits or important tasks. Now let's practice it.
You seem much happier these days.
I am. I'm making it a point to get more sleep.
Your English is improving so fast.
Thanks. I'm making it a point to practice with your podcast every day.
All right, that was great. Now it's time to really make these words and sentences your own. We're going to move on to our shadowing practice. You'll hear today's story one more time.
That's right. The first time, you'll see the text on the screen. Read along with the narrator. Try to match the speed, rhythm, and intonation.
Then we'll play it a second time without the text. This time, really focus on listening and repeating. Don't worry about perfection. Just speak. Ready? Let's begin.
On the subway to work this morning, a thought suddenly crossed my mind. Did I lock the front door? I tried to remember leaving my apartment, but the memory was a blur. I thought, better safe than sorry, and almost got off at the next stop to go back. But last month, I did that and found the door securely locked. I went back for nothing. Today, I also wasn't sure if I had turned off the gas valve. That little worry really weighed on my mind all day at my desk. I couldn't focus on my work. Finally, after a long day, I rushed home. I put my key in the lock, and it was locked. I checked the gas valve, and it was off. I could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now, I'm making it a point to leave a note on my front door. Check gas, lock door. On the subway to work this morning, a thought suddenly crossed my mind. Did I lock the front door? I tried to remember leaving my apartment, but the memory was a blur. I thought, better safe than sorry, and almost got off at the next stop to go back. But last month, I did that and found the door securely locked. I went back for nothing. Today, I also wasn't sure if I had turned off the gas valve. That little worry really weighed on my mind all day at my desk. I couldn't focus on my work. Finally, after a long day, I rushed home. I put my key in the lock, and it was locked. I checked the gas valve, and it was off. I could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now, I'm making it a point to leave a note on my front door. Check gas, lock door.
Great job, everyone. You made it to the end of another episode. Today's story was a reminder that we all have those small, everyday worries.
It's true. And now you have some great new expressions like weighed on my mind and breathe a sigh of relief to talk about them.
Exactly. Remember, the key to fluency is consistent practice. Just a little bit every day makes a huge difference. Don't give up.
We love making these podcasts for you. If there's a topic or a situation you'd like us to cover in a future episode, please let us know in the comments below.
And don't worry if your English isn't perfect. We welcome comments in your native language too. We'd just love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep practicing.
Bye for now.